Hello and welcome to Omniscia.
MC Steven.
How was that?
Great, I guess. Definitely different. So Steven, it's been a while since the last time you've been on the podcast. What's new?
What's new in my life? There's a lot going on at work. There's stuff going on at Fragsnet. Because what I'll tell you about what's going on revolves real people. So I'll have to just, disregard their names.
Use your fake name.
Got it.
Like, if you're gonna call Hector a character, just say bitch.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And also just coming to, I'm not going to call them revelations or anything like that. It's just more thoughts that are being processed and things make more sense.
All right. Well, I think a lot of people want like the full story of everything that happened. Just note the episode that we did with Snacky hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
So no one knows anything.
Oh, fuck.
You know, for a guy who has nothing to do, he's really behind.
Listen, I have nothing and everything to do at the same time.
I think he's talking about me.
Oh.
So,
Not denying it.
should we start from the beginning? You wanna? I don't know.
I don't even know where to begin.
Wow.
Well, how far back do you want to go? Like your parents
4 months?
boinking, like high school back?
Yeah.
No, we don't have to go that far. I think from when you found out, you're like, I have family. We can start from there.
Wait, okay. Go start when you find out you have a family.
Yeah.
Oh, when I found out I have family.
Yeah.
Oh, so what I was doing was I was in Trent's room playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate online, and I was whooping this guy's ass with Sheik, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just throwing needles at him. And then I checked my phone, and I'm getting a bunch of like notifications on Facebook, and I'm like, wow. They have the last name that I used to have. And that person kind of looks like me. And I answer one of them. Turns out one of them was my auntie, one of them was my brother. They come to meet me that day at a McDonald's that's not even a mile away. They were just kind of looking at me with like awe. Like, oh, our long lost cousin, our long lost,
Yeah.
sibling. He exists.
Like you're a character in an art museum, right?
Right. It was a different look than what my mom gave me. When my mom and I first met, she looked at me like, oh, man. Have you ever seen those? I know Max has. Have you seen one of those anime panels where like they touch a boob or something, or they have a realization and they're like in space, like, oh, this all happened at once. Whoa.
Let me touch my boob to figure this out.
She just had like this spacey look when she looked at me, and we didn't even talk that much the first time we met. I talked to my little brother and sister more. So let's fast forward off of that. I wonder if people are even aware what's going on with me right now. Are they?
Not really.
Oh, wow. That's what you mean.
Yeah, Hector doesn't talk about you a lot.
Oh, okay. So in January-ish, there were some like things going on with my mom, and damn, I'm trying to figure out how much I could say on the podcast.
Look, you can say everything, and then I can just edit shit out later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That means you have to actually do your work.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and just lay it out and let him deal with that. So basically, my auntie was getting evicted from her house, right? And she didn't know when. It was just a matter of when the paper was going to be served there and when they weren't. And so since I worked over there, I would drive down there every day to go give the dogs water and food and to check if the note was there. And then I'd leave because someone had broken into the house before. I'm like, why the fuck am I going to just be here? So one of the days I go back there and the back door is like kicked in, and I'm like, oh, let me get the dog some water and let me get the fuck out of here. I don't know if someone's in here,
Oh, I wish you would have called me.
You're playing a dangerous game, Steven.
Yeah.
I would have went in there.
But I go back, I tell everyone at the house, they come down there, they start checking out the house, and then they're like, Stevie, we think you're crazy. Like you say, every day you go back there, it's kicked in again. And I'm like, well, it is open again. And it's not like you're getting gusty winds over here. Someone keeps coming back, which I think was the the owner.
Probably.
That's what I think it
Because
was.
they always have like spare keys of the place.
Right. So when this was on because she had to leave by was it February 6th? And she got that note on like February 1st or something like that. It's one of the days I got paid. And I say this because when I did get paid and I brought her that note, she was like, "Hey, how much you make?" And then I was like, "X amount." And she was like, "Give me half of it." Now, let me caveat this by saying the month prior to that, I had given her a whole one of my checks because by technicality, by me not reminding her to pay the water bill again, even though I had told her to pay the water bill, they turned it off. And it would have cost like $800 to turn it back on.
Jesus.
So I gave her the $800, and I just kind of scraped by with like a couple $100 for a couple weeks. And then after that, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I have no motion in my life. I can't do anything I want to do. I feel like I'm just, being someone else's dollar sign for a living. And so when she asked me that, I kind of went, because I knew that if I said no, she was just going to be mad and kind of convince me otherwise. So I was like, yeah, sure. And then since I knew the eviction was on the 6th, I was like, let me just get my stuff right now. So I cleared out all my stuff on like February 2nd. And the next day, no call, no message, nothing like, let's go clean out the house. None of that. Nothing until 6 p.m. on that Sunday is like, okay, come on, let's go do this. And I'm just like, I'm at work. What are you talking about?
Well, then.
Like, why did you wait to the absolute last second to do anything? You couldn't have kind of got me sooner. And now I have to risk my job to go help you move a bunch of stuff that you didn't even want to do. You wanted audio to do it. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I wasn't going to give her that money. So, this is where things get real bad. So when I eventually told her, yeah, I'm just not going to give you that money, my phone's somewhere over there, so I don't have the verbatim messages. But she essentially, you know what? This wasn't even about the money, but fuck you. I'm going to charge you back rent. You owe me $4,500. And if you don't pay me, I'm going to fucking knock you out. And I'm going to send my friends over to beat you up. With like all sorts of stuff. It was just ridiculous. But the problem is, I know she would do something like that. And I know that she was going to be at my grandma's house. And my grandma was like, yeah, just lay low for a little while. She gets heated like this sometimes. It'll blow over after a while. It's been about 2 months. And I still get angry messages like every other week.
Lady.
And they're vicious. They are vicious. Talking about you're never gonna find a woman to love you. You're gay. Woo, woo, woo. It was just crazy stuff, man. I'm just like me and your baby are best friends. Like, what's going on? But I had to like disappear from my grandma's house, and I just stopped having a place to live. So I started living in that Frags again.
All that happened like recently too. Still fresh.
Within the last month and a half.
So that all happened in the span of a couple months.
Yeah, and then like here's like the kicker, and I don't like to emphasize this because I don't have strong feelings towards it, but my family does, so I find it important. During all of this, you know how she was evicted on the 6th?
Uh-huh.
My mom died on the 7th.
Whoa.
Right, which the thing was, I had been planning to go out there, and there was this whole idea of me completing some training to be
The very best?
no, not the very
That
best.
no
I
one
do
ever
that every
but-
day. I forget what kind of nursing it was, but it was like I was going to be able to get experience doing that, taking care of a patient who's dying while also getting to spend time with my mom that I didn't know. It just so happened that, things happened the way that they did. And now I think all that's left for me to really do about it is I have to go collect some of her ashes from Vegas eventually. But yeah, it was just like a giant wrench and everything, man. Too much was happening at once.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm kind of in the position I am now where I guess my life is still a little chaotic, but I'm getting some stability now.
We basically went a couple chapters back. Crazy how we ended up back in back in what 2018? 2014? Fuck.
Someone at FNAF named Ralph, he got fired, and they're looking to hire someone.
I do hope they hire you, Steven.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would save $800 a month.
Just be like, I'm already here. Like, do you really think I'm gonna be late to work? I'm
I would
already
be like, I made jokes in my resume. I don't care. Like in the application, it was like computer skills. I was like, Windows, Excel, can type 90 words per minute, can top frag in Valorant.
because he knows you though.
Yeah, he knows me. So I'm just like, if he hires me, he hires me. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Even if I worked at that faraway gas station, I honestly I really like the people there. The job's chill.
Who knows? You might be able to keep both.
Right? Yeah. Well, as it stands right now, yeah. I really want to fuck my boss.
What?
Yeah, she's the 60-year-old lady. But dude, when I tell you, she's such a pretty lady, and she has some badongas. And I don't care for titties, but I want to see hers.
All right.
Hold on, no. What would you do?
No,
What would you do?
Dust off the cobwebs because she's been divorced for like 15 years.
Jesus.
So first I just would be like, oil it up, see if it still works.
We're gonna get canceled so fast.
Why are you thinking negatively? I just want to know what my boy would do if he had the chance.
He would do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but no, funnily enough, we flirt. Actually, she's taught me about women. When she sees a cute girl in the store, she'll pull me to the side and she'll be like, Steven, go get her. Go say hi. Do what I taught you.
Wow.
She's like my mom. She's like Mama May.
That's cool. A supportive
Yeah.
boss that you also want to bone.
Cool. Like, she understood the whole situation with my auntie. She was like, oh, she's going to send people here. If something really happens, just, be discreet, alert me. I got a shotgun and a pistol upstairs. And I was like, oh, okay, well.
Bet.
Right. And, like, food and stuff and worrying about, like, where I'm sleeping. It was nice to have someone in my corner, Someone who barely knew me. They just appreciate that I do my job.
Well, then.
Yeah. And I really like the tuna sandwiches. I didn't know where I'm going to find that fuck tuna.
Oh, tuna sandwich?
Just take a bunch with you.
Oh, well, I have like a little deal worked out where they make a certain amount for me and stash them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have like a sandwich shop there.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you've been surviving off that?
Well, I told you, I've been able to eat way healthier.
Yeah. Sounds about right. So, what's your plan now, Steven?
Right now, I just gotta get my tags and shit in order.
Oh.
And then...
Classic Steven.
Yeah, come on now. You know me. Besides that, I don't really have anything I need to do. I can start saving money because living in Netfrags isn't the most expensive thing in the world. And I don't really have any other things I do besides go to the gym when I can. I don't have a gym membership yet. I need to get that. Play video games. Smoke dubious amounts of weed.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Nice.
Well, maybe not so much.
Like, I've learned that I can't mix smoking with work. First of all, don't mix my smoking with my working. It just doesn't work,
Uh-huh.
So I smoke when I'm off work, and I try to do that in my leisure time. But 420 was real recent, so
That's right.
What?
All right, Steven. So if you had the opportunity, I'm not sure if I asked you this before, but I've been asking everyone and at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If I gave you enough resources for you to start your own show, what would it be? It could be anything.
My own show?
Yeah.
I had an idea for a show years ago. I remember telling some people about it. I may have told you.
I think so.
So I'll use a different example than that.
I think it was like a unhinged type of thing.
No. The thing I was talking about was where we talk about taboo subjects.
Yeah.
And it would be like a 50-episode series until the culmination of the
50.
one that get us canceled because the subject matter would be too much. Sort of like what Abbott and Preach do.
Uh-huh.
Like, had their idea before, at the same time they had it,
Got it.
But they do like all subjects. I really wanted to talk about really thinking some subjects through. Like, this is going to sound weird. I'm someone who makes decisions frivolously. Like, I don't consider a lot in them unless it really, really matters. And what that usually entails is it's going to affect more than me. You know, because
Yeah.
if it just affects me, I always find a way. You know,
I get it.
I'm always okay, no matter what. Like even with this whole thing with my family, you know, I lost
Dude.
both the places that I was living. Everything still worked itself out.
Do you think because everything works out okay-ish at the end, do you think that's the reason why you don't learn lessons as rapidly?
Uh,
What are you trying to say, Hector?
yes and no.
Okay.
I'll say this, and this is just being very critical of myself, and
Yeah.
it's like a habit I have, but it's what's worked for me so far, and it's what I know.
Yeah.
So typically, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they're trying to help me, right, for whatever reason during the conversation, I don't want to accept that whatever that person is saying. Like I'm going to fight you on it,
Yeah.
and then after I'm going to think it over. I'm going to be thinking it over the whole day. And then the next day I'll be like, you were right. Or, you know what? This, and this. I was just being irrational. This. Like, because I'm able to sort it out.
Yeah.
Because you guys are my friends. You know me.
Yeah.
I've stuttered over my words for fucking years. And it's because I'm thinking way faster than I can put the fucking words out.
Yeah.
So having normal conversations like that, especially when someone's like trying to change my perspective, especially in something I have, like I feel like I know about, like I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically, if someone talks to me about League, and I'm just like, really? You're like, come on, bro. Like I really knew that, and then I do the research and I think about it, and I'm like, he was right. You know.
I get it.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I think that's mostly because oh man.
Well, again, people don't drastically change when things are working.
Say what?
People don't drastically change when things are working at the end. So
Right.
if it continues to end up okay-ish or like on an even plane, you're not gonna drastically change your methods or your thinking patterns because it's kind of working, but at the same time it's not.
Yeah. It's limbo.
Yeah, and for people to drastically change, it has to be past a certain point of the bad scale. It can't just be like right in the middle. Because what I've noticed is people who tend to be right in the gray area become numb to a lot of stuff. That's why a lot of people stay.
That's what my family say that I am. They say that I'm numb to everything. I'm not sure I told you this, but Audio had like he was like overdosing something when I was living with Talisha.
Uh-huh.
And in the room that I slept in, she had ran out of there and she came downstairs. She was like, Stevie, hurry, come quick, call the police, 911. Audio's dying. He's going like, Talisha, help me. I'm dying. And the way she's acting it out, I can't help but like laugh because it's so funny. So I'm laughing the way upstairs to go see Audio, and then I hear him say, and I'm like,
Right.
and she's like, Stevie, this is serious. And I'm just like, I know.
All right, Steven. You're a League player, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how does this sound? Is your name Ash because you stun me from a distance?
Oh my. Max, are you
Are
learning?
you Yasuo because you're Hasaki? What was it? You know, I don't understand this League shit. You know, it's crazy.
No, you're getting it.
What is this? What is this? I like to put my mushroom in your bush. Oh, because you Kasaki.
Max
my
would play
heart.
Teemo. He would.
The squirrel would play Teemo.
The scroll did play Teemo.
Yeah, he did. Fuck him. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, you slept with him already, so I'm like, go for it, man.
What the fuck?
That's the whole ass grabbing fiasco happened.
That's true. That's true. I was a victim.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
the horror.
Because
The horror.
he immediately messaged me when he heard it, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need the unedited version because I need to win a bet." And I'm just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
All right.
And I guess he wanted to know more information because he felt like I cut like a lot of stuff out, which I did, but I wasn't too sure what he was looking for. So I was like, all right, and I sent him all the audio files. After I sent it to him, he's like, fuck you.
Wait, Which one are we talking about here?
The Rosemary one, because it's already out.
Oh, it's out already.
Yeah.
Fuck, I haven't been keeping
That
up.
must
with,
be an interesting podcast.
It was cringy. It was like one of our cringiest ones
Why was it cringy?
because Kiko came in swinging.
Kiko came fighting.
Yeah.
So, how many times have you guys fucked? Is that kid?
No, he was mostly
Oh.
going after Snacky at first. I was like, whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know what, Hector?
Yeah.
This will bleed into what we were talking about earlier.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to change that so hard, man. Like the ability to just change your thought after getting the information. Like I can only do that when it's like out of a video, and I'm like, I don't feel like this person's trying to manipulate me because it's a video. It's static.
Yeah,
You know,
because
it is
he's
what
not
it
talking
is.
to you directly.
Right, so everything's interpretation. The other day, yesterday, that
Mhm.
game I told you about where that guy freaking was like, dude, you didn't ward, you fucking suck, all this shit.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
just like, actually, if I read into what he's saying, even if he's being fucking rude to me, some of it is useful.
Yeah.
And actually, if I interpret it correctly, I could use it. Like, hey, dude, you didn't ward. I actually didn't ward.
Yeah.
His words were you didn't ward. They were like, look at your ward score, which is just look at you didn't ward.
I didn't know there was a ward score.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see how many words you cleared, how many you put out. But I was just like, oh right, he's correct. Just he's wrong at the same time. He's wrong to me.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I'm really working on that. I used to be way better at it, but
Good.
I think especially my 20s and just how everything played out and how I've made all of my decisions, even if a majority of them were bad. I was making them, and that's what I chose to go with. And I would only put my my listening ear or my trust in on like just probably people I'm comfortable with. Like when you tell me something, it's very easy for me to absorb it. I can listen to anyone from the group talk to me, and I'm not gonna take it some way rather.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware of where you're coming from, and I'm
Yeah.
aware that you're aware that who I am, and I'm aware of who you are. If that makes sense.
So you can easily understand their perspective on things.
Right. Rather than some random person's, internet perspective where you're actually wrong on 10 of these things, but on 2 of these things, you're very correct, and I could have used that.
Yeah. A lot of people close their brains when you're angry and there's like a lot of things you can't really comprehend or think that are wrong. So for example, there's like a lot of people out there. That's a good example. Without getting canceled, a lot of people shit on like Andrew Tate, for example. And
well, you're trying to get canceled.
Boy, let's not get canceled. Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Tate. Okay.
Look. I will admit.
Look, if you support Andrew Tate, you're not gonna get laid, buddy.
I'm not. I don't support him. I would think.
Or can I take my shirt off?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, cool.
Okay, we're not all in the same room. Hector and Steven are. Just saying.
No, shut up.
Just well, okay, bye.
No, I'm
I
kidding.
gotta put a plus 17 rating on the.
So basically, what I was trying to say is, despite him being 95-96% wrong, he's still gonna have like 2 to 4% that has some point or some meaning to it.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, everyone's gonna just shit on him and just not even listen to a word he says because of the remaining 96% bullshit that he says.
And the prejudice.
Yeah, because
that they're poisoning him.
What happened?
Apparently, he said he got poisoned in the prison.
Jesus. Like, I'm not trying to like agree with him or anything. I'm just saying that despite him saying,
well, you said he's like 90-something%, so he's not 100% wrong. So what's part do you agree with him?
You're trying to say that even the worst person you know has some good points.
Yes, and it's like that perspective where it's like, you're right, but you don't have to be an asshole about it.
Yeah,
like that's
the
that's
his whole persona.
In the world are able to just ignore that asshole part.
Yeah.
It's like you're being an asshole. I don't care. I kind of like that. Some people like that.
Yeah, and that's why he has like a huge following too. But I'm just saying.
Wait, I cut off Max. Max, what did you say?
I forgot.
Fuck. I bring this up all the time. I think dating apps just exacerbated all of it.
Pretty much.
we're probably headed back to more of like harem things as the natural
Well,
relationship order.
with the whole dating app thing, like you could be talking to someone, but for all we know, that person's talking to like 3 other people.
Right. And this also bleeds into like, okay, let's say that you have this chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say like she's your average chick, not being me, like, but she's your average chick, so she's a 7. If she goes on a dating app, she's gonna get 999 messages. Let's take a chick who's a 2. She's still going to get 999 messages.
Dude, I've seen it. I've seen it.
So what?
Mhm.
And I this is just a theory, but I think it has some validity to it if you just talk to the average person.
If I could go online and be like, oh, I could just swipe on this person, I get to sleep with this person finds me attractive, they swiped on me, this is what I'm worth. But at the same time, it's different from girls and guys because we look for different things in each other.
Yeah.
When they see 999 messages, they're like, all these people want to be in relationships with me. All these people really like me. When in actuality, that's being delusional. These people want to sleep with you. They're looking to, calm their sexual urge. When you go to any dude, like the average dude has like 2 matches, and I'm going to give it like a 90% percentile that those are both robots.
You know what I can compare it to? I can compare the female's perspective to a business trying to hire artists.
Go.
Oh, wait, I was trying to say, like, when you say I can understand the female's perspective, are we talking about like you making yourself a female account?
No.
That's where my mind was going. I'm like, whoa, buddy.
No,
No judgment. You know.
So
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you just want to get liked, we can just go to a gay bar.
no. So recently, I had to look for an artist to hire them for our group stuff, and so I went on Reddit, and then I put a post, artist for hire, r/artist for hire. And on there, I was like, okay, looking for a well-rounded artist, one who can do like emojis, illustrations, anything to do with VTubers, like all sorts, like someone that's really well-rounded and can copy this specific art style. So I show a few examples. And so I leave the post and I go to sleep. Okay. I wake up and I have hundreds of portfolios sent to me, just hundreds. And I'm just like, Jesus, what's going on here?
Right.
And now, in order to find an accurate artist, I have to look at every single person's portfolio. You kind of see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
Okay. And so everyone's art is great art, okay? I'm not going to shit on people's art or stuff like that, but presentation is key, okay? I have hundreds of portfolios in my inbox. I am not going to go in one where someone hasn't even sent me their portfolio. They're just saying, hey, can we talk about your project or something like that? They're expecting a long, lengthy conversation before they even send me their portfolio. Okay? I don't have time to have a lengthy conversation with you when I have hundreds of portfolios waiting to be seen or checked out. So
you didn't even meet the prerequisites.
Yes, and then usually what I do is if it's just hey or something short or wanting like to start something.
Oh my god, it's just like the girl when you're talking to someone.
It's just the girl on Tinder. I will move on to the next person until something catches my eye.
Right, and the thing is, when you bleed into this, the thing that catches your eye also catches the eye of the chick next to you. And that chick next to you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's easy to see that in the dating app market, women are the buyers.
Yeah. And just note that even though I asked for something specific, something I need done, I'm gonna get tons of portfolios, which I did. I got tons of portfolios that showed no type of examples of the art style I want, nor did they show anything remotely close to what I'm looking for. So I immediately just go to the next person. A lot of portfolios that I get are just OneDrives, Google Drives, and it's just a gallery of hundreds of files. I'm just like, I'm not about to scroll through all of these looking for something that resembles something I need, something I want. Next person. Next person comes along. Oh, it's their third party portfolio. Also looks like a gallery. Look, I'm not going to scroll down all these files looking for something like that.
Right.
Why can't a person just send
Mhm.
me 2 to 3 examples of exactly what I'm looking for and give me like a
See,
price range?
you're
Did Hector
asking
become
too
a woman?
much. You're
But I'm
asking
just
too much.
I just want give me the Carfax. Give me the Carfax.
Right.
Just straight out, and we'll go from there. But that's why I'm able to put those two together, because it's very similar if you really think about it.
Right.
And of course, out of all the profiles, like let's say out of 20 profiles I get, out of 20 portfolios that I get, one of them is like their own website.
Right.
Okay, that catches my attention.
Mhm.
They have their own website. I go on there. Now I'm inspecting the bait at this point.
Right. Okay, and let me compare this. So the other side of this, when you bring it to the chick side, you go through all these dudes' profiles.
Yeah.
It's some dude, he has 6 pictures. Maybe he's in the desert on a motorbike.
Holding a
Maybe it's some
fish.
photos of himself.
Yeah.
Some shirtless photos. And then you come across the dude, clearly has got some, photo shots taken,
Mhm.
has a picture with his car, has a picture somewhere he lives, has a picture of his dog. Oh, wow, this person looks put together.
Yeah.
Let me talk to this person.
Exactly.
And because that person's beat all those prerequisites, they're getting all the clientele.
Yeah. So now I'm looking at this person's account, their website. I'm just like, okay, at this point, am I supposed to be digging in your website? If I'm digging for information that I need or require, such as prices, the type of art style you're looking for, you expect me to go through like 20 to 50 web pages looking for this shit. I'm going to the next person.
Right.
You had me, but then you lost me once I smelled you as the bait.
Whoa.
I'm comparing it as fishing, right?
Okay, what
Like
you
I
been
said,
looking for?
them having their own website intrigued me to get close to the bait. Me looking through their website is me sniffing the bait. All right. If I don't like the smell, I'm just gonna keep on swimming. But there was one that I was like, wow, this is great. Everything is in order. I'm gonna take a bite out of this one. And that's how I ended up picking the artist I need. But imagine having to go through all
I
those
can't tell if
steps.
you're talking about pussy or eating it.
Yeah, like, hey, the parallels are uncanny.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, are we still talking about art or you eating someone out?
No, this is me looking for an artist. Still,
You do all this just to what? To find an artist?
That was the whole experience, Max, and it took me 3 days of going through hundreds of proposals.
Just eating that shit up, huh?
Yeah. Now, do you think because I was looking for something specific that I needed at that moment, I actually took the time to go through every single portfolio, every single account? You really think a girl who is only interested is gonna go through all those accounts?
No,
of course
not. Just gonna find something she likes.
Yeah,
scroll till she finds something likes.
It's usually like
if that one didn't bite, even the one she liked,
yeah,
she'll find another one because there's endless matches.
So by the time she goes through like the first 50, she already found one. Done.
I think I keep talking over Max, and it's because hold on.
Oh no, you're doing good.
Yeah, no, you're not talking over him.
Oh,
no. I just finished talking, then you just talk right after.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're good.
What was I saying? Yeah, Hector. So you just been eating that shit up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, I know we have these like the Curry Pamu thing. I found a concert I want to go to.
That's next month, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, which one? What is it?
I want to go see the Doobie Brothers.
When is it?
June.
We might be in Vegas.
Well, no, I thought Kiko said it was gonna be late June, early July.
Yeah, it'll be like late June, early July.
Okay, this is like June 7th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not bad. Wait.
Whose birthday is June?
Squirrel Snacky.
Wow, you're not gonna even invite them?
Maybe.
Well,
I'm not sure who listens to the Doobie Brothers. I don't know if you guys know who the Doobie Brothers are.
No, but I'm down just for the experience.
True.
I'm going to a fucking candlelit concert thing, whatever that thing is. I put
like
on a chat.
Sounds like a Colleen thing.
Wait, candlelit concert?
Well, it's the orchestra. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been seeing them on TikTok a lot. I want to go to the Four Seasons one.
The Four Seasons one. Look, I was thinking of going to the Warner Brothers one or the fucking Coldplay one.
Ooh, I'd be down for the Warner Brothers one.
The Warner Brothers is literally on May 9th.
Fuck.
What?
Maybe.
It's a Tuesday.
Weird. Finally have money in my pocket. I'd probably do some of this stuff, man.
Why not?
Exactly.
Well, if you want, you could. Well, if you want to, just go out and flirt, you can just go with me and to a rave.
Hey,
Ooh.
down for that too. No, that's what I'm getting at, Max. I'm finally in a position where I could start doing stuff. Really, it's 2 weeks away, but like,
Well,
I
if you
could
want to
do
go
it
to
right
a
now.
small rave or a big rave, because I would suggest fucking day trip or fuck. What's the other one coming up?
I'll let you
Hard
choose
Fest.
the rave because I really want to hit a disco club again.
I'm so down to go to a disco club too. I haven't been in like years. They're
It's
so
so
fun.
great.
It's fun to experience, and all the people there are so cool.
Yes.
Right, Hector?
Yeah.
He hasn't experienced any of the two things we were talking about.
No, I went to a disco club with you guys.
Have you? No,
Yeah,
you might have gone without me, because I haven't gone with you.
I went with you.
Where?
Wait,
It's
it
not
wa-
the roller derby?
No, not roller derby. No, it was like the 90s or 70s or 80s. We went with Cynthia's friends.
Oh,
Hmm?
And I was dancing with Raycon's sister.
hold on. This
No.
popped in my head,
That was
and I just
Club
have to have the
Rocket. That's a
answer right
club.
Okay, so that's the only thing I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Okay,
Steven,
where did you want
there.
to
Yes,
go?
sir.
Steven, we gotta circle back.
Uh-oh.
So at one point, boy, did you ever experience a time where you self-reflected and you actually got good results from it?
What?
Hold on.
My question was there ever a time where you self-reflected on anything or something specific and you actually got a good answer for you to utilize? Whether it's changing yourself, whether it's changing something outside.
Ah, dude, that was me when I first started trying to date girls. Fucking shit was crazy. I can't give a fuck, so I just went for it,
No.
and it worked out.
I feel like I'll think about something. I'll cook it in my mind. I cook it too long.
And it burns.
Yeah, it's
Comes out
just like,
burnt.
it's unintelligible. Like,
No,
it just doesn't make sense
no.
anymore.
Look.
And then I just deal with the situation.
Look, no, wait, Steven, do you like well done or medium well or
I
rare?
mean, like charcoal.
See, no. That's just your bad taste buds kicking in, man.
Oh.
You and Hector are the same way. I'm like, I don't understand that.
I at least get
Why do you
medium
like
well.
No, that's still fucking overdone.
Wow. Or at least medium, depends.
I overthink about, like, just, in all honesty, I think they're like the arbitrary dumb things people don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be driving, and for whatever reason, I'm thinking about what the driver behind me is thinking about, so that I should be driving in such a way so that this guy doesn't get the wrong idea about me. But when I walk outside of my car and I'm just talking to people, I don't give a fuck. Like, why does that work that way? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, yeah.
What?
I get it. I get where he's coming from. Because the moment you just swerve just a little bit, I'm like, oh man, now I'm that guy. People think I'm an asshole.
now he just sped up past me. Oh, yep. Thought I was gonna kill him. Fuck, messed up.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
No. I swerve. I'm like, oh well, fuck
Like,
it.
yeah, exactly, man.
Like I get to those
Already did
like
it.
why do I care about that?
Yeah.
You know, versus why certain other things I just won't give it any care. It's just like that doesn't really matter.
Like you'll never see that person ever again.
Yeah, like that doesn't really matter. And then like something that really does matter, like being frivolous with money, for instance, just never cared, not at all. Money, here, I have it. You want it? Here, need it? Here, take it.
That's all bad.
Hey, you want to go do this? Fuck yeah, let's go do that.
It's not that bad.
Circling back to the car thing, I think you should have that perspective if you have an iconic car. So, for example, sure, you have just a regular car, that's fine and all, but the moment you put a wrap on it or put a shit ton of decals, now you're now you're an iconic car.
As long as you put the stickers on straight.
Now everyone knows who you are. They're like, oh, it's the guy with the stickers. Oh, it's the guy with the wrap, the nice wrap with the anime characters and shit. So at that point, people know you. People will see you again, especially if you have the same routine, like going to work or coming back from work. People will also have the same routine and they will see you. So at that point, you're going to have the mentality is like, okay, now I got to drive correctly, because the moment someone thinks I did something wrong or I pissed them off or I cut them off, they'll remember me. They'll remember my car. So the moment they see my car again, they're probably going to go flip me off or something. So I think having that mentality with an iconic car is a must.
Oh, so I'm doing it correctly already.
So
It's
something
your
you
car
have
was
to
iconic.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I do drive in a little black 2-door.
But I've seen your car.
Oh yeah, okay.
So it's not like
I drive a Camry, most
Yeah.
basic American car, or not really American, but
yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you don't have anything on your car, and your car can be seen like everywhere. For
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
like my car, I see my car everywhere.
But you
Small
have
brother.
stickers.
But I have stickers. That's the issue. So now my car is a little iconic, and that's why I was a little scared when I was letting George drive my car, because I'm like, I know he does some sketchy moves driving around. So I was a little nervous where he would piss someone off, and then I would see that person like
He drives it like the Persona bus.
like a week or two later, and they want to start beef. That was my biggest concern. I was like,
Right.
Wait, really? That's your biggest concern? I'm like, if they want to start beef, they have to pull over first, and I'll still drive.
I'm just saying, I don't want to. I try to avoid conflict.
You don't want to poke the bear.
Yeah. So if I'm driving an iconic car, then I damn well better be driving as best as I could.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't give a fuck.
I have a real problem with learning from my own mistakes. I have a real problem with learning from other people's mistakes. I would say my basic learning pattern always occurs during the beginning of something, and that's what I stick with. It doesn't necessarily evolve, and that's what I've been working on that for like a year now.
Yeah.
Because I was able to contextualize it because of Lee, and be like, I've been the same player for so long, getting the same results for so long. Even if I try this, I don't try it long enough or consistently enough to really know if it's making a difference. If I lose, I'm going to give up on it and go back to what I know, because that won last time.
Yeah.
But that build, I may have been onto something.
Mm-hmm. So you just keep that in mind.
Yeah, but I don't. It just goes away.
Oh, wow.
And then I move on to the next thing. But I keep the core idea because I've always had it.
Yeah.
So the core plan I always have. That's why I tell people I could get a B at anything. I could be proficient at anything. Because at the beginning, I've already built a system. And I don't even do that. I feel like my mind just does that.
See, for me is I always have a routine when I first start a game or start a match. I know Max isn't really into League of Legends, but just yeah, I get you. Just bear with me. But
Just wake me up.
In Wild Rift,
wake me up inside.
I usually play mid lane, and there's of course a bush on both sides on my lane.
You want to put a mushroom in it?
And so I would always go.
Wait, is that why people don't like Teemo? Because he puts mushrooms in bushes?
Yeah, he does.
Well, they just turn invisible, Max.
Yeah, and they're poisonous.
Oh, are they only invisible because they're hidden, or are they invisible?
No, they're invisible in general.
Like when he throws them, you can see them, but once they set, they're invisible.
Yeah, you can't see them until you walk over it or step on it.
So he just
like take 10 million.
He throws mines, but they turn invisible when they land.
Yeah, that's why everyone hates them.
All right, mid laner talk.
Okay, so usually what I do.
Is that the right term?
Yeah.
I can't believe that came from Max's mouth. I just can't believe it. I'm just trying to process that.
Well, I am talking to someone and she's into League, so I'm just like,
oh my god, Max League arc.
You have to start playing Rocket League though.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I have a controller over there.
Get on. Anyways, so what I like to do in my games was always go up, go to the right bush, and then there's another bush at the corner. Okay, you kind of see where I'm going with this. I would go into that bush and make sure the other bush that's next to it gets warded. And I put a ward there, and for some reason I'm surrounded by 3 motherfuckers. I know I'm good. I know I'm better. I know I better play safe the entire game because these people are lurking for my booty.
Okay.
Yeah, if I don't see anyone, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a safe game. I can do a little bit more movement. I can be more aggressive.
Mhm.
If I just see the enemy character, then they're fucked because I'm about to put you in a very tough disadvantage, which is stun you, ignite you,
Oh,
and
God.
auto you.
So go back or lose your minion wave.
Yeah, go back or lose your minions, basically.
So, but you're gonna lose the minions either way
Wait,
because
is
you're gonna
this
catch
like
them too.
regular
Yeah.
league or this phone league?
Both.
Yeah, both. It applies for both.
Like if I was to chunk you early and then we go to lane or you go to whatever lane you're supposed to go to, the enemy laner is obviously at a really good advantage because you're at half health and he is at full health.
Yeah. So the moment I reach level 5 or level 6, depending which version you're playing, they're gonna die.
Because he's already built that advantage from like level 1.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that or get it. And the moment when I see them not going back and they're being stubborn, I'm like, you're gonna die. It's that simple.
It's gonna happen in like half a second.
Yeah.
You don't even know what happened.
So usually just within the first 30 seconds of my game, I know what type of game I'm playing just by me doing that.
Yeah.
So if I see a bunch of enemies, okay, now I have to play safe the entire game.
That's so interesting because I never gained that understanding. So what I do, specifically if I'm red side, walk down and then to the right here, there's that ledge.
Yeah.
And it leads into the river. Now in the big league, that's a big ledge and there's a brush there. There's
Yeah.
a brush here and there's a brush leading over there. So I just stand there because if they do invade, I'm far enough away that you have to commit a flash to do anything to me.
Yeah, and you can't even kill someone at level 1 yet.
Right, like unless they hook me or something.
Yeah.
But if they have a hook champion, you assume that they're gonna invade anyway. So
Yeah.
That's like Warhog, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But there's like 4 different Warhogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
there's
the
like
hooks are
100
different.
some characters.
Yeah.
But only like 4 of them have hooks.
No, but like still, that's 100 some characters. You have to memorize what each of them do.
Yes, you'd be so surprised. Like Max, once you die to something, you don't forget. You're like, how the fuck?
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, after like a certain amount of games, you learn pretty quickly who does what. And even me, as someone who doesn't play like any other champion, with enough games, you immediately tell what character does what, how much damage they can do at certain levels, when to stay away from them, and things like that. You just kind of start picking that up.
It builds up in your mind.
Yeah,
automatically.
It's great.
Is it? Because all I do is me drive car, hit ball, score.
No, this is more like I hit this guy because
I
he
hit this
didn't
guy for
know I was
this
supposed
much.
to hit him.
I like for League of Legends. What it sounds like is I'm gonna try to hit this guy, but if he does this, I have to do this to counteract this. And
Yeah,
if there's other people over here, then I have to go this way to defeat this, or I have to go back to meet with my other allies so we gangbang them. Or
it's
something.
just
Right.
it's just war. You're
But
strategizing while seeing other people's movements, so it's literally war.
right. But some champions war, like their
This-
strategy, their tactic, it's simple. Like Syndra, she's gonna throw her orb, and if she hits her E, which is her stun, then she's going to try to kill you. She's gonna click 2 more buttons and try to kill you.
Yeah,
And then you have a champion like Yasuo, whose E is on like a half-second cooldown, and he can like dash through minions. So theoretically, a fight could go whatever way he not necessarily the way he wanted to go, but like it could go so many different ways because he could go so many different places.
and for the record, fights, if it's 1-on-1, usually only last 4 to 5 seconds.
Right.
And if it's a team fight, usually like 10 seconds max. And everything happens so fast.
Right.
So you got to just be quick with it, understand where
there's
everyone's at, and just go from there.
Is it really a quick game? Because like, what's the whole point of surrendering at 20 then?
Well, in Wild Rift, you surrender way quicker than
Yeah,
that because it's
like
a shorter
10
game.
Yeah, it's like 10
But
minutes.
regular
or fine.
league, you can surrender quicker than that depending on the situation. But surrender at 20 is usually, oh wow, we played the early game comp and the scalers beat us early. Why are we even playing this game?
Yeah.
Oh, so
'Cause-
at that point, you know you're gonna lose no matter what.
Right, like that's like knowledge you gain though. It's like
Yeah.
this champion stops getting stronger relatively after 3 items.
Okay.
And you're like, this guy's gonna get 3 more items and eventually look at me and I will die.
Yeah.
There's actually a champion that looks at you and you die.
Susan's one of them.
I was thinking of Cassiopeia.
Okay.
She actually has the petrifying gaze.
Ooh.
Yeah. She looks in a direction, and if you're looking at her in the direction, you get stunned. And then she has a W that throws out like a pool of poison, and it grounds whoever's in it.
Wow.
So they can't flash, they can't do anything in it.
Damn.
You have to slowly move out. But sorry, Max.
I don't know how we got here, but
Yeah, I'll be honest. I have no idea. The only thing I really understood is Hector said 3 guys were after his booty.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the conversation was like, I'm gonna go to this bush in mid lane, and then I'm gonna go to this other bush in mid lane. If I don't see them in this bush,
You
I'm
see
gonna
how
go
we
to
can
the
have
other
a
bush.
full-blown conversation
Yeah.
about League, brush.
And the best part is a lot of people think, oh, game doesn't start until the minions reach the thing. It's as soon as the walls go down, that's when it starts.
There's
I
walls?
disagree. The game starts when you can see everyone's champion.
Yeah.
Because then you can start formulating an idea of, I can attack bot lane because they're too
Wait, do
squishy.
people still
Oh,
ban
yeah.
characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Just like Dota.
So the moment I see that's true. But I'm just saying when you start really doing movements is as soon as the wall goes down and
Right.
you have to walk to your lane. You're already trying to strategize.
Exactly. And some people already before the game, they look at your name, they look you up, they're like, oh, this guy's in a 10-game loss streak, let's camp him.
Yeah.
You know, like there's all sorts of tactics being employed and people use different stuff. Now, I landed on that my basics are just bad. So that's what I need to refine. And that's what I'm on right now because I was just like, wow, I came back to the game and I fucking suck. And now I'm getting good again. So I'm like, oh, okay. But in order to even reach that conclusion, I had to, reach that conclusion I mentioned with you a few months ago, which was I suck at everything at this game besides killing people. And
okay.
Yeah, that's what got me my rank. That's what garnered me all my power. I was an assassin.
Yeah.
Didn't you play Fizz?
Fizz, Akali, Vex, Syndra right now.
Are they all assassins?
No, Syndra's a mage.
Okay.
Vex is like a...
Honestly, I'm a mage too, but I treat her like an assassin.
Yeah, same thing with Syndra. You know, like you learned your abilities.
Yeah.
Did you die? You died.
Yeah, it's just at one point, just everything starts clicking for you.
Right.
It should at least.
Okay, what do you mean by clicking? Because just fucking go to Netflix. You go ta 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 ta.
No,
You hear
when he
ta
says
ta ta
click,
ta ta ta
he means like,
ta 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 ta.
oh wow,
ta ta ta
I
ta.
can see how this fight's gonna play out.
Yeah, you're able to like foresee or foreshadow.
So if
certain
like
things
let's just
happening.
say if a specific character stuns you, you know you're fucked by the time he stuns you.
Right, so you already know that I shouldn't even be in range for this guy to stun me, so I'm waiting over here.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be the first guy to go in. Maybe I'm like the third guy to go in.
Because you already know your opponent's moves. Oh, you already know
Right,
your
and
opponent's
it's like-
characters, so you
Yeah,
know what would be good against them and yada yada yada.
Right, and what they're going to do to you. So by knowing what they're going to do to you, you're like, I'm gonna wait for you to use that.
Yeah.
And then
What?
you make your move.
Yeah, so because there's so many cooldowns last a certain amount of time for them before they can use them again.
Okay, I know what cooldowns are.
Okay, so
I've played other games that have cooldowns.
So, like I was telling you, that each fight is only like 5 to 10 seconds long, depending on how many people are in there. They're only able to use their abilities once, and that's it. And then from there, you can easily tell who won that battle.
Right.
So if like out of the team 3 people died and only one person died on the other team, well, the team that only lost one person obviously won that, and now they're chasing the remaining people to wipe them out.
And then comes in skill. And that's why League is such a beautiful game, because it doesn't matter that 2 of that guy's teammates died and 3 are coming after him. If you just happen to be playing a character that's good against them and that can play the games that they play, if that makes sense, if I'm making sense. Let's say that I'm Vayne and I'm being chased by like Volibear and a Lee Sin and something, like I could dodge everything theoretically.
Yeah.
Besides the volley stun, I just have to keep distance. So I could dodge everything and kill you, but I have to dodge everything.
Yeah. And the moment you don't, like you get hit, it's kind of over for you.
Because they're gonna link all their abilities together.
Yeah.
You're gonna get kicked and then stunned and then die.
Okay, it sounds complicated because I have no idea. All I remember is you just said bear.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
theoretically, if
they're like, okay, yeah, technically speaking, you'll get fucked if you don't dodge.
yeah, so basically that's what's gonna happen if only 2 people survive from one team and 4 people survive on the other. The other 4 people are definitely gonna start chasing. That's just automatic. Expect that. Now, as the 2 people that survived, if you're expecting them to chase, you have 2 options. Either fight back, thinking you can survive, or flee for your life. And the correct answer should be flee. But if your skill is like super high up there and you think you can at least wipe out a few more people, then it might be worth it to try to fight back.
And you never know what could happen because anything can happen.
Yeah, like they can mess up. They can shoot out their stuns at the wrong direction or use their ulti and miss you completely. If that happens, now you have an additional 10 seconds to work with. And
Right.
within those 10 seconds, that means you can use all your abilities again, use them on them, actually hit them. And if they don't die, they're almost at basically 0. So now they're running and you're chasing.
All right,
And
all right,
like,
all right. Wait, stop right there, Hector.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you talk the most when it's about League of Legends? Yo, I have not seen your fucking, wave motion fucking sound thing. It hasn't stopped moving for like a good solid 20 minutes. I'm like, where's this Hector?
Look. I play a lot of Wild Rift now. And I'm number 35 in the server as Annie. So I'm pretty passionate about it.
Well, I'm like with the top 10% of Rocket League, but you don't hear me say anything about that.
Yeah.
there's
above,
levels
like,
to it, Max.
I'm above like 2% at this point.
Yeah.
Like I almost made it a grandmaster. That's like the second highest tier.
Well, is that on the phone app? Because I heard the phone app doesn't really count.
It's
Yeah.
different.
A
It's
lot of
different
people
than
don't
the
count it.
but it has its own leagues.
Well, like, can you really count an app game as a game?
You
Yes.
can if there's a scene, and there is a scene.
Oh, I guess. But
Yeah, just
I'm
like Genshin Impact. You can play Genshin Impact on your phone. I play it all the time.
I refuse to play Genshin Impact.
But it's a PC game.
I refuse to play Genshin Impact.
Wow.
I don't want to play a gacha game.
Can I hop in the shower?
Well, you gotta wait till we're done, Steven.
Oh.
But yes.
Okay, this is interesting.
Anyways.
Okay, I'm just saying though, the boy's with you. He took off his shirt and now he wants to go in the shower.
Yeah, well, it's hot because the AC turned off. So anything else before we close up? I think we have enough audio.
You know what? That's all good. We were just kind of catching you guys up on, I don't know, the Steven saga,
Yeah.
the life in general. Hope everyone's doing well. Val, I love you. Valentina, my Valentina.
Hey, you should send me a
It's
clip
so
of that.
weird because I can hear myself twice. I love you, Valentina.
Okay, but still.
Okay. Now, how do you guys want to close this, though? I should have just closed it with Valentina.
Yo, if you want, I could deliver some hot sauce to you, buddy.
Valentina. What?
All right, goodbye, guys.
No.
Well, Max, you have something to add before I stop it?
Yeah, what were you talking about? You were talking about this thing about League.
Should have get me going again. Should have get me going. I swear.
I don't even. Okay, I'll be honest. Look, you guys lost me after you started naming characters. I'm like,
You gotta understand, Max. Like, it's so great to have someone who understands what I'm saying after all these fucking years.
Something Yasuo. Oh, I have like 10 seconds to do this. If I don't do this, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we probably lost a lot of viewers after that, but
or gained some. Like, hey, wait a second.
Wait a second.
If their viewers actually understand that, good for you. I just don't understand it.
It's okay because I was gonna play. I was planning on putting my rank on Tinder and be like, "Hey, if I can handle all these toxic players, imagine what I can do with your toxic ass."
Exactly, bro. Your Tinder bio needs to be like
I
mine.
hate how that could work.
6 foot with Tim's, Diamond League of Legends player. If you look through the gaps in my teeth, you can see through to my heart.
No.
I
The
can't
gap
lie to
to
you
the
like
teeth
your
thing
ex.
is fire as fuck, though. That's such a good line, I swear. Like, honestly, if I had a gap in my teeth, I would have used that too.
Nice.
It's just a good line. It's hilarious. Fuck, I swear.
All right, then, guys. Thank you all for joining us.
Omnicast out.
It's Omnistia, but okay. Goodbye.